Strat-O-Matic Excel Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Troll.
(1973 to 1976). Welcome back, baseball fans. The 1973-76 Carryover League. We got a big series in the National League West between the San Francisco Giants and the LA Dodgers. Both teams playing really well this year. Giants in first place, Dodgers in second. Let's see what has transpired. Game one. Series opens up in San Francisco. Don Sutton, Jim Barr. Low scoring game, check. Top of the second. Bottom of the Dodger lineup. Willie Davis, Davey Lopes, Bill Russell, Steve Yeager. A walk, 3 singles, 2 runs, 2 zip. Bottom of the fourth, you get an RBI double by Chris Beyer. It's 2-1. It turns to a 3-1 game in the seventh after a single and a stolen base. Bill Buckner, RBI single, 3-1. Giants chip away in the seventh, make it 3-2, but leave the bases loaded. It's a 3-2 game in the ninth. Sutton and Barr go the distance. Bottom of the ninth, first batter, Sutton faces. Bob Robertson reaches on a 2-base error by Willie Crawford. But you get a comebacker to the mound for Bonds. Fuentes grounds to first, and Matthews grounds to short. Sutton gets the CG. Complete game victory, 3-2. Road win Dodgers. Jim Barr also pitched well. 9 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs. Good baseball game. 3-2 affair. And the Dodgers creep a little closer to first place. Get a road win. Game two. Similar situation. Dodgers win this one 2-1. Andy Messersmith goes 8 innings, 5 hits and a run. And now Mike Marshall, who we're trying to get him innings pitched. Remember, Mike Marshall threw 208 innings in 1974, and we're just trying to get him in there as much as we possibly can. It's very difficult to get Marshall into the game when Don Sutton's a starter 9 and Andy Messersmith a starter 8. And they're pitching so well, but we got him in there anyway. And Marshall gets the save. Monofusco went 7 1/3, giving up 10 hits and a couple runs. And the Giants come away with nothing. It's the first time this year we have seen the Giants bats fall asleep a little bit, starting to struggle. Back-to-back home losses, and just like that, the Dodgers catch the Giants and are half game ahead. Let's go to LA. Can they rub it into their face up 3-0 in a game 3 in LA? No. Come on. That's too much to ask, right? Giants crush the Dodgers 14-5. Ron Bryant wins again. 24-game winner in 73. Got run support, and boy, got it here today. They beat up on Tommy John, knock him out of the third inning. They beat up on Charlie Huff and Stan Wall. They beat up on Jim Brewer. They beat up on all the... Where's all this? The Giants scored 3 runs in 2 games at home. They flew south to LA. They get 14. Just an outpouring. Every spot on the Giant lineup here. 14 runs, 11 hits. They walked 9 times. This is the Giant wrecking crew we had seen prior. And again, the teams flip-flop first and second place. So it comes down to a game 4. Can the Giants even the series with 4 straight road wins? And it is a very good game 4. It's Juan Marichal, Joe Decker. Battle of number 4 starters. Giants come out roaring with momentum. Matthews doubles. McCovey walks. Dietz walks. RBI single Bobby Bonds. Single by, or walk by Ed Goodson. A Bob Robertson 2-run double. It's 4-0. But Juan Marichal. This is not the old Juan Marichal of the Cy Young Awards. No, this is his 73 card, probably last year in the league. The Dodgers, a walk, single. Willie Crawford, a grand slam. Roncey, a solo shot. 5 batters. It's 5-4 Dodgers. They had a run in the second on a Roncey double. 2 for 2 with a homer and a double in 2 frames. 6-4, but the Giants rally. They make it 6-5. In the 5th inning, RBI single by Herndon. But the Dodgers increased the lead to a couple runs. RBI double by Buckner. In the 9th inning, here we go again. Mike Marshall looking for a save. In this case, a 2-inning save. Not that easy, though. He gives up a homer to McCovey and make it a 1-run game. Then a walk. Then a strikeout. Then a single. 2 men on, 2 outs. But he gets Larry Herndon to fly out to end the game. Dodgers get the win 7-6. Had to use the bullpen the last couple days. It's Sutton and Messersmith. They always go deep. But Tommy John was shaky, and Joe Decker was shaky, and Juan Marichal was shaky for the Giants. So that's why the Dodgers are up 3-1. Let's take a look at the overall standings as you go to Game 5. Pretty cool scenario playing out in the West. Here we are. Look at this. You actually have a dogfight, a real live dogfight in our league between two teams playing incredible baseball. Both have won 2/3 of their games. Giants have the tiebreaker, of course, and our half game. Dodgers in first. Giants half game behind, but yeah, Dodgers have the tiebreaker as well. Clearly, 2 of the top teams in the National League joining the Phillies. And, of course, the Reds and Pirates are right there, too. So there really are 5 really good baseball teams in the National League. Phillies, Pirates, Reds, Giants, Dodgers. And then we'll talk about the American League with we'll add to that with well, I don't know. We might add to that with the Expos. Maybe. I don't know, folks. I don't know. It seems like one of these National League teams is going to win the World Series. It's kind of where the sport was in this era. So, you had the Big Red Machine. Oakland would have been the American League team, but they have struggled this year. That can change. Again, all Oakland has to do is get to the playoffs, and it's a completely different ballgame. But we have a Game 5 in L.A., and we're back to the Game 1 pitchers for your Giants, trying to get a road win and send it back to Candlestick. It'll be Jim Barr, the ace. They have 3 aces. They have the best pitcher of 1973, Ron Bryant, of 75, John Montefiasco, and in 74, this guy, Jim Barr. 13-game winner, 2.74 ERA in 240 innings. And he only has to deal with Dandy Don Sutton, probably the second best card of his career. 72 would be the best, I believe. 73 Sutton, 18 wins, a 2.43 ERA in 256 innings, a starter 9, Barr's a starter 8. We could be back into the realm of 2-1, 3-2 finish. From L.A., leading off for the Giants is Bobby Bonds. 2-2 flies to left. Tito Fuentes, 2-6 grounds the first. Gary Matthews, 56, is a strikeout. The toy cannon, Jim Wynn, leads off. 3-10, flies to left. Bill Buckner, 2-7, rolls to third. And Steve Garvey, 65, flies to center. Top of the second, Willie McCovey, 1-2, pitcher. Dick Dietz, 1-6, double 1-2, base hit. Ed Goodson batting, changed the lineup around after the losing 3 out of 4. So Ed Goodson now bats 6 at DH. 65, skies the center. And with 2 outs, Rob Sparring getting the start against a righty today. 57, a strikeout. Bottom of the second, it's Willie Crawford. 1-9's a walk. B Steeler. They have been stealing a lot because Dick Dietz is a +2 arm, and they haven't played Mark Hill with a -1 arm much, which might be a mistake. Crawford's going to attempt to steal. Oh, it's going to be close, and he's going to be thrown out. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, I got to probably go bring it back up. I think it was game number 2. Is it game 2? Yeah, I got to bring this back up, folks. So in game 2, Biff Pocoroba started the game for the Dodgers at catcher with a +2 arm to give Steve Yeager a day off. And Dick Dietz with a +2 arm started a catcher for the Giants. They gunned down Bill Buckner attempting to steal. They gunned down Willie Davis attempting to steal. They gunned down Bill Buckner again trying to steal. They gunned down Bobby Bonds attempting to steal. They gunned down Tito Fuentes trying to steal. 0 for 5 trying to steal a base off of +4 combined arm catchers. You've heard me complain about this many times before in this channel. I just wish the percentage I get when I decide to steal a base would be honored. If it's an 80% chance or 85% chance, I like to get it 80% of the time. Not 0 for 5 on 75% shots. That means I got to steal like 50 bases in a row to just match the correct percentage. So, yeah, that's my diatribe. Let's get back to the game. It'll be Ronce. 1-8 is a fly ball to center. Willie Davis, 35. Let's take a look at Willie's card. In 73, a nice year of extra base hits for Willie. 16 homers, 9 triples, 29 doubles, and a .285 average. Power versus righties, really muscled up. 3-5, triple on a 14 double, misses the triple, has a double. Crawford, a 16 runner against Joshua, -1 arm in center field. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad, I forgot I got caught stealing. Sorry about that. I just forgot that guy who walked got cut down. I'm sorry. My mistake. Won't happen again. 1 out, Willie Davis, or 2 outs, Willie Davis at second base. Here's Davey Lopes. 2-11, he walks. 2 on, 2 outs for Bill Russell. 2-3, flies to right field. Dodgers in all likelihood probably score in the inning if we don't attempt to steal. We go to the third. It's Von Joshua. 57's a K. Chris Spire, 3-6, rolls to third. And back up top to Bobby Bonds. 2-8, let's take a look at Bonds' card of 1973. 39 bombs, 87 walks, a .283 average, double-A stealer, a 1 -4 in right, not in center anymore. That's all right. They have plenty of center fielders. They have Von Joshua as a 2. They have Larry Herndon as a 2. Not a big deal at all for him to go to right field. 2-8, homer 1 to 5. It's a 2-base hit. Now you got Fuentes. 110, base hit center field. Here comes Bobby Bonds. He's going around the bases, and he's going to score in the 9. 1-0 Giants. Gary Matthews, 1-7's a single to left field. Fuentes is not going to get thrown out at third, so it's Willie McCovey. 69 flies to center field. 1-0. Steve Yeager, 57 is a K. Back up top to Jim Wynn. 2-8. Homer 1 to 9. Fly ball the rest, and it's fly ball the rest. Bill Buckner, 310. Flies to right. We go to the fourth. Dick Dietz, 36 is a walk. Sure. Ed Goodson, 2-7. Here we go. Base hit center field. Dietz holds. 2 on for Rob Sparing. 69 center. Von Joshua, the rookie, 48, a strikeout. And with 2 outs, Chris Spire. 42, flies the center. Don Sutton doing Don Sutton stuff when runners reach the base. Kills the threat. Just a 1-0 game, bottom of the fourth. Steve Garvey with a spoon. 47's a base hit. Willie Crawford, 57, pops out. Ronce, 54, pops out. And Willie Davis, 2-6, grounds a short. 5th inning. Bobby Bonds, the difference of the game. 48 is a K. Fuentes, 4-11. Left X. You got Buckner's a 1-8. He's out. It's hard to believe that one of these games was 14-5. The rest of the script has been really good, with the Dodgers winning 2 of 3. 3 of 4 altogether. Or actually, the Dodgers were 3-0, except getting blown out that one time. Gary Matthews, 2-7, single 1-9 is a base hit. Willie McCovey, 57, is a strikeout. Bottom of the 5th. Let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
All right. You know, after a couple sips of that green goodness, I just recalled something. I got to show you some more stuff. They're coming to me now after I did the pregame spiel. But let's go back to game 1 here. In that bottom of the 9th inning, remember I said that Sutton got him out? Well, there's a runner at second. He moved up to third with 2 outs, and it was Gary Matthews who rolled that same roll you just saw, single 1-9, line out the rest. He rolled a 10 here. So if he rolls a 9, we have a tie game. Missed it by 1. 1-9, he rolled a 10, so this was not a tie game. That's how close that game became. Thank you very much. And back to this game. 1-0. Bottom of the 5th. It's Stevie Lopes. 35 short. Bill Russell, 57 Ks. And Steve Yeager, 1-7. He strikes out. To the 6th. It'll be Dick Dietz. 36 is a walk. One of his a million. Dick Dietz walked 1,000,000 times in 1973. Hard to believe. Can't imagine a guy even making 1,000 at-bats in a baseball season, but he actually had 1,000,000 walks. Ed Goodson, 57 is a K. Rob Sparring, 57 against a righty is a K. And Von Joshua, 1-5. Let's take a look at a rookie card of 75. Yes, Joshua, believe it or not, they hid him in the farm system for a year because they had like 10 center fielders. But Joshua got promoted this year with his the best year of his career was 1975. A 318 average, full-time center fielder with good range arm, base stealing, running the bases, no problem with left-handed pitching either. 1-5, homer 1-10, misses it by 1. It's a 2-base hit. With 2 outs, Dick Dietz, oh boy, an 8-runner, 9-10. Nope, not going to do it. In the spirit of the game, we just think Dick Dietz ran out of gas trying to score from first on a double. So he pulled into the station at third base on that. Second and third, number 9 hitter Chris Spire. 2-8's a walk, and now the bases are loaded for Bobby Bonds. All we need is a walk here for an RBI from Bobby, who had 87 of them, like I said earlier. Here's the pitch. 1-6, it gets better. It's a base hit to left field. Dietz scores. We can run Joshua against Buckner's arm. Oh, it's going to be close. It's really going to be close here. So Joshua is a 16. He gets a +2 to make it 18, and Buckner makes it worse with a +2 arm, and he scores. How often do you score on 18 running the bases? We just did. And, of course, Chris Spire ends up at third on the throw. It's 3-zip. Tito Fuentes. 2-3, pounds to first. 3-0. Don Sutton knocked around a little bit today. Jim Barr with a shutout. Top of the lineup. Jim Wynn. The Giants have literally gone through their lineup one more time. They had their 4th at-bat. And now we're just getting the 3rd at-bat for the Dodgers. Jim Wynn rolls short. Buckner, 47. There's a base hit. Now you're not going to steal down 3. Steve Garvey, 59, stays out of the double play, rolls a second. Runner moves up for Willie Crawford, who walks, and your tie run with 2 outs. This is what you want. A big swing at a Ron Say. 1-5, let's take a look at Ron Say. Right on cue. Can't run when you're down 3, so no stolen bases, no going from first to third. No, you got to rely on the long ball. And Dr. Longball and Ron Say go to the same clinic, I guess. The doctor and Dr. Longball. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I just made that up. Anyway, 25 home runs, a 283 average in 1975. It gets better from here for Ron. The Dodgers are slowly adding the sluggers They're not there yet. Of course, in 77 and beyond, you have Baker, you have Reggie Smith, you have Rick Monday. I mean, you have a lot more slugging than you presently have. But 1-5 is a 3-run bomb. We got a tie game. Willie Davis. 46. Double 1 and 9 is a 2-base hit. Barr struggling in the 6th. And it's Davey Lopes. 49. Single on a 14. Cannot get it on a 17. Nice game. 3-3. Into the top of the 7th, it's Gary Matthews. 57's okay. Willie McCovey. 39 is a walk. Pinch runner, maybe? Sure, why not? Let's go Larry Herndon in a tie game as a pinch runner. He's a beast dealer, but he's a 16 runner. You got Yeager catching. I don't think he wants to steal a base. I think he just wants to score on a single or double here. Dick Dietz, 410, third X. Ron Say's defense, very good. 2E19. Ground ball C, though. And now you got the speedy Herndon at second with 2 outs. For Easy Ed Goodson, 39 is a fly ball to right field. And Sutton gets out of the mischief there in the top of the 7th inning. A 3-3 classic unfolding here, folks. Told you. Fun stuff. You know, 2 teams playing at the height of their powers, right? We are enjoying Steely Dan's incredible, my favorite, in the canon of the Dan. 76's Royal Scam. You know, come on. Yeah, we gotta do this. We just have to throw this down. Yep. A little more volume on Kid Charlemagne, of course. Is there gas in the car? Is there gas in the car? You know what I'm saying, right? Owsley's Purple Dome, Purple LSD, and all that fun stuff. Bottom of the 7th, 3-3 affair in LA. Jim Barr's going to continue. The best the Giants have, dueling with the best the Dodgers have, in a 3-3 tie. It's Bill Russell. 58 short X. Excellent infield defense for the Giants. It's why they, big reason why they're where they are at. Fuentes 2E6 at second, and Spire here is a 2E14 at short. He makes the play. Steve Yeager, plenty of power to the 9 spot, 1-4 grounds to short, and with 2 outs, the toy cannon Jimmy Wynn. 37 is going to be triple 1 and 2 base hit. Beast Stealer. You want to steal off of Dietz? Yes, let's steal off of Dick Dietz. What's the percentage chance? Let me see if I can figure this out. 13, 14, 15. It's a 65% chance. Oh, he made one! 1 for 6, stealing bases. Not bad. 1 for 7. I'm sorry, I got caught there. Not bad. 1 for 7 stealing bases on 65% chances and beyond. Bill Buckner with a runner at second and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. 3-5 is single dot, but it's single dot, so the runner's on the corners. And it's Steve Garvey, your 1974 MVP. Let's take a look at Steve before he swings. He is your 74 MVP with a .312 average at 21 dingers. Had a propensity for double plays throughout his career. Don't have to worry about it here. There's already 2 outs. Buckner is being held at first, meaning the plus will also score a run. Barr's a starter 8, no danger of breaking. Here's the pitch. Steve Garvey with the rally time music cranked. 2-5 for Steve Garvey. Double 1 to 10, a 2-base hit. And the Dodgers take a 4-3 lead. And now Willie Crawford, a lefty. He doesn't hit lefties very well. And I think they're going to pull Barr. Yep, after 6 2/3. Remember, the Dodgers have Mike Marshall, who can pitch anytime he feels like it. Anytime he wants to pitch, he can go into the game. So, even though Sutton's a starter 9, he usually doesn't need an assist from Mike Marshall. Though, like I said, I'm trying to get Mike Marshall the innings he deserved in 74. Anyway, Gary Lavelle is going to come into the game in the 7th inning for the Giants, with 2nd and 3rd and 2 outs. Gary in 75. 6-game winner, 2.96 ERA, 82 innings. Very consistent lefty reliever throughout his career. A long one. at least a decade of cards like this for the Giants. And he will face Willie Crawford. Second and third, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. 56 is a K. We go to the 8th. Can the Dodgers improve their defense? No, it's the best. They got the best defense they have in there. With a 1-run lead, 6 outs to win the series in a commanding 4-1 fashion and rearrange the National League West standings. This is the best the Dodgers have played in years, folks. Top of the 8th, for your Giants, Rob Sparing will be leading off. And 1-9 is a single for Rob. He's the tie run. Now you got Joshua, who doubled his last time up. 1-3 is a 4-6-3 double play for Don Sutton. And with 2 outs, it's crunchier, crispier. 64, catcher's X. This is Yeager, a 1-4. And the Dodgers, the ratings of today, and through 5 games, this is the best I've seen the Dodgers in years on YouTube in this era. My goodness, it's been a long time. They would lose what technically was the 1968 World Series to the Tigers, Dodgers-Tigers, in our recreation. So it's been that long. And since then, the Giants have been winning the West. Houston. Dodgers may have won a division in there, but faded, got knocked out in the first round of the playoffs. Bottom of the 8th, Lavelle continues. It's Ron Say, the hero of the day. 110 against the lefty is double 1-19. It's a 2-base hit for Ron Say. Now, Willie Davis. I think a lefty-lefty. I'd drop a bunt down here, Willie. It's a good bunt on a 7. Infield up for Davey Lopes. Here's the pitch. 45, fly ball to right C. It's too shallow for the sac fly. And with 2 outs, it's Bill Russell. 2-6, grounds a third. A nice finish of the inning for Gary Lavelle. 1 inning and a third. It's a 1-run game. Top of the lineup. What do? Do you go Marshall? No. I'm going to go to the Don Sutton can't lose route. So base runner, he'll exit for Marshall. That's the plan. Defense is in. Here we go. Bobby Bonds leads off in the 9th. 1-7 is single 1-13, and he lines out on a 20. 1 down. Tito Fuentes. 111's a pop to third. The fans are on their feet. Can they beat the Giants? 4 out of 5. We have been had a wild crush on the Giants this year, folks. If you've been watching, every time we have our Giants broadcast, you just see me, just ooze the love and affection. But the Dodgers are slamming that door. 1 more batter to go. Gary Matthews trying to keep this game going in the 9th. And here's the pitch to Gary. 1-6. Let's take a look at the Gary Matthews card of 1973. 312 homers, 22 doubles, and 10 triples. They let him go. Gary Maddox, they let him go. Ken Henderson, they let him go. They let all their center fielders go. Willie Mays got too old. They ended up with Von Joshua, who had 1 good year. You saw the card. And then Larry Herndon. And then, I don't know, Dan Gladden. They let him go. 1984, Dan Gladden. It's 362. They let him go to the Twins. Oh, I was looking at that bat here. So anyway, 1-6. Gary Matthews, triple 1-6. It's a base hit. B stealer. -3 arm. He'll stay there at first. They do not let him go down to second baseman. They do not let him go down to second base because he's the tie run. So they're holding him at first. The plus is in play for, it's not William McCovey. It's Larry Herndon. Let's take a look at Larry's card before he hits. Remember, way back here in the 7th inning, we pinch ran for McCovey in a 3-3 tie, and it didn't pay off. So now, no McCovey in this spot. And by the way, McCovey has homers on 3-5, 3-6, and 1-9. And Larry Herndon's got a nice little card here, 1976. 288. 11 doubles, 2 triples. 3 triples, 2 home runs. Great defense. The heir apparent to the heir apparent to the heir apparent to the heir apparent to the heir apparent in center field. Big moment here. Runner being held. Here's your pitch to Larry Herndon. 3-11's a walk, and we weren't supposed to allow that to happen because Mike Marshall was supposed to be in the game. It wouldn't have made a difference because they rolled on the hitter's card. But Sutton, it does make a difference if he loses this one. 2 on, 2 outs. Let's take a look at Dick Dietz. So, the good news is the bases aren't loaded. Because this is like, if you're down a run with the bases loaded, there's no better player you want at the plate than Dick Dietz. My goodness, this guy's got like a 600 on base. He has a 295 average, 49 walks in 139 at-bats. That's like a 170 walk season if he played 162 games. Giants would tolerate a walk here. They prefer a hit. And the Dodgers don't really care if they walk him, as the game would not be tied. So here's your pitch to Dick Dietz. 65 off Sutton is a roller to second base, and that ends the game. And Don Sutton gets the complete game. Was in danger for a loss in the 9th, but he held on for the win. I got another complete game victory for Sutton. 2 of them in this series. And we'll go right to the post game. The Dodgers win 4-1. Oh my. This is one of the biggest moves of our season. Sutton threw a nice little 10-hitter with 3 runs allowed. All were earned. Did walk 5. The Giants walk a lot. Nothing you can do about that. Did have 9 strikeouts in his complete game. Gary Lavelle came on in the 7th. Did a nice job there. Getting Crawford a strikeout. Hitting a strikeout. Barr was decent. He gave up the long ball with 2 outs to Ronce, and that was all she wrote, folks. 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. 109, 108, 49, 310, 49, 310, 59, 34. Giants put 15 men on base. Dodgers put 12 men on base. But again, the big 3-run homer with a walk in the middle, that's what you want in this game, more than a bunch of hits and singles. Don Sutton, yeah. Cy Young list? Absolutely. We'll look at the stats. And the odd part about all this is the Dodgers have a better record than the Cincinnati Reds. Of course, the Dodgers go to the 1974 World Series. There's a little bit of history here. So this is playing out like that year, at least. Dodgers won a lot of games that year, and it's translating. So let's look at the numbers. The Dodgers are 15-7. I shouldn't be stunned. I really shouldn't. They're tremendously talented. It's just that it's a weird roster. And by weird, I mean they've got like a 16-man roster. They have Sutton, Messersmith, and then Tommy John is good. He's better than good. He's not great. And then the rest, you have Joe Decker, Stan Wall, Charlie Uff, Jim Brewer, who's fallen off his game, and Mike Marshall at the end. So you have really 4 guys to hang your hat on. The bench is atrocious. You got Frank Baker, Horace Clark, and Biff Pocorobo on the bench in case somebody gets hurt. So it's just a strange composed roster. But if all the stars shine, and they are, they're outstanding. 15-7, 266, 362 ERA. Put Don Sutton down on the Cy Young list. He's 5-1, 4 complete games, 15 earned runs in 63 innings. It's a 214 earned run average. Absolutely, folks. He is on the Mount Rushmore of the Hall of Fame pitchers in the carryover league. He and Tom Seaver, Steve Carlton, Jim Palmer. Those 4 are your Mount Rushmore right there. I guess Catfish Hunter. Well, no, he didn't last as long as Palmer. Palmer had a little bit more longevity. He kicked old Catfish off of Mount Rushmore. And the Giants. Hey, shed no tears for the Giants. 12-7. 241 average, very peculiar. But I'm going to guess they have a billion walks. Probably got a 360, 380 on base. So they don't mind the low batting average. 316 ERA. Jim Barr's pitched fine this year, but he's got a 3-3 record to show for it. Frankly, he's almost as good as Sutton. He's got a 241 ERA. Ron Bryant's 5-0 and thrown just 29 innings in 5 wins without a complete game. That is bizarre. So he's not even averaging 6 innings per start. And he's 5-0. Lavelle has 3 saves. You got 5 home runs for Bonds and 15 RBI. You have 22 hits for Gary Matthews. Let me go back to Mike Marshall. I neglected to do that. Yeah, so Mike Marshall, I forgot to talk about this. We have an MVP candidate, folks. We know he won the Cy Young in 74. But in 22 games, he's only pitched 15 2/3 innings. So he's hungry. He's hungry for innings. He's not going to come close to prorating 208 innings over 162 games. He needs to pitch a lot more. He's 3-0. 8 saves in 15 wins. He has been on the mound most of the time the Dodgers have won. He should have come in that inning and faced Larry Herndon and got his 9th save, but he didn't. 15 2/3. Check this out. He's given up 8 runs, bizarrely. He's got a 461 earned run average, yet he hasn't lost. So in one of those games, he literally came in with like a 6-run lead just to eat up innings and got knocked around. That situation perhaps may have happened in 1974 when you consider he was 15-12. That's not a good win-loss percentage. And a 242 ERA. It seems like they brought him in a lot, and there were a couple stinkers he had in there, which just made his ERA suffer a little bit. But overall, big picture, he's a Fireman of the Year candidate because of the wins and saves. So I had to bring that up. Let's look at the West. I can do a sort of the West. They've played this round. Change of the guard in a very tight, changing of the guard. Pretty cool here. All right. Dodgers. Oh, it's been a while. 15-7, 682 ball. Puts them in a 2 seed, actually, now. Let's put them here. There you go. That's not bad. That's not bad. I think the Phillies, they already played, I think. Yeah. Phillies Dodgers have the top records in the National League presently. But my God. That's all great and wonderful. Whoever has the top record. All Cincinnati has to do is make the playoffs as a wild card number 6 seed. They're the favorites, simply put. But break up the L.A. Dodgers. And boy, I am eating crow after all the crap I've laid on that team. Break up the L.A. Dodgers. They take 4 out of 5 out of my personal fave San Francisco Giants. And that is that. Thanks for checking this out. We'll see you next time.